a long time since I checked in. I usually do, as you guys know, dual live. So I have YouTube on one side and I have TikTok on the other. I have not checked in. It's been like 3 weeks, maybe a little bit more. I have been absolutely exhausted. I'm going to go ahead and get fully started on YouTube because just for the way that it's recorded. But just wanted to check in with any moms, man. So I am probably about coming up on my fourth month postpartum, and the last 2 to 3 weeks have really been super, super rocky for me. Um, I have been feeling the hi Breeze world. How are you, honey? The baby is good. He is asleep and in his crib. I am just checking in with you guys. I've been super, super exhausted, man. And I posted a couple shorts over the last week or two, and um hey Charlotte, how are you, mama? She says, finally got you on the live. Hi, how are you, girl? Breeze World, he is almost 4 months. He's gonna be 4 months in about a month. Hey Charlotte, how are you? Charlotte, I think you're in Australia, right? Remind me. Hey Anna, hi. Oh my God, Anna, thank you so much for the love, mama. I saw your comment, dude. I just have not been able. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I'm freaking dying over here and I'm literally just taking life day by day and trying to survive. For anybody tuning in from TikTok, I am on live both with YouTube and TikTok right now, so I'm checking in with both sides. Hot y'all, welcome, welcome, and thank you guys. But yeah, just tapping in with you guys. I have been exhausted, and I'm really at this phase in my postpartum journey where I'm figuring out how to navigate being back at work and juggling the kids and feeling the pressures of having to get to work on time, get the kids together, keep myself together. My weight has been fluctuating. There's just so many different things that I was not anticipating that have been happening to me over the last 2, 3, 4 weeks, and I'm kind of just trying to wrap myself around it all, and it's been really difficult. So as usual, I always want you guys to tap in and let me know what's going on with y'all. I don't know if Tamila is going to join us tonight, but she checked in on YouTube and she recently had her baby, I want to say about a month ago. So, and then we can just talk about whatever you guys want. I have a few topics that I have listed here that we can talk about, but y'all, I have literally just been trying to survive life right now. So I'm going to check in real quick with the YouTube family and just read out some of these comments. Checked in with Charlotte, checked in with Anna. Morgan, hey, hey, how are you, Morgan? Morgan Stern, Anna. Thank you guys for the love, y'all. I've really been having a hard time, and I really wanted to make sure that I checked in with you guys because I don't want to. I don't want to just fall off the face of the earth and lose all of the effort. It takes effort, you guys. It takes so much effort and time to be a mom, be fresh postpartum, record content, post, go live. Like that stuff really, and be working full time. Like it really takes a lot of effort. And I think I went into it naively. If I think I was naive. And at some point, I was managing it all. Like I don't know how the hell I was managing it, but I was managing. And I'm my eyes are shifting because I'm going from screen to screen, you guys. I was managing it, but I think like in the last 2 or 3 weeks, it really, really caught up with me. And what I've been feeling the most pressure about, not that y'all are asking, I guess I needed to rant. My job, like the in the more like I'm not okay. First off, I'm not sleeping, and I know you guys can relate. If there's any postpartum mommies in here checking in, like I know you guys can relate. Like the sleep is not there, right? And now it's just like at this point, it's been almost 4 months, and I'm so wired all the time. My system is always on alert. So it's like even when he does go down, like he's asleep right now, I can't even get myself into a state where I'm comfortable enough to go to sleep because I'm so programmed. So it's just been a struggle. Let me try to keep up with my usual routine. And if you guys don't have any topics that y'all want to talk about, I actually listed some stuff that I'm going to call out and y'all can let me know if y'all want to tap in. But let's check in real quick with the YouTube family. Anna, Charlotte, thank you guys so much. And Anna, I appreciate the love, man. I really appreciate you guys. I know a lot of times I don't get back to my comments on my shorts on YouTube specifically, on both YouTube and TikTok, but specifically on YouTube. But I really appreciate the love and support, and it means the world to me, you guys, to have you guys check in and let me know how y'all are doing, and even to check on me. Like, thank you so much because a lot of women, and I don't need to tell y'all this, a lot of us don't get that kind of support, right? Whether it's from your immediate family, from your immediate circle, or whatever is going on when you're postpartum, you don't get a lot of people tapping in. So I really appreciate you guys checking in and stuff like that. So Anna, thank you so much for the love, man. It means the world to me, you guys. But mentally, I just don't have the capacity sometimes to go through my comments and answer them. And for anybody on TikTok, it's not that I don't see the comments. I always see the comments, and I try to use the lives as an opportunity to check in with you guys because I do not have the mental, emotional capacity to respond to the comments sometimes. And again, it's not because it's not appreciated. I just can't on a day-to-day basis. It's just it gets to be a little bit too much for me. So yeah, so Charlotte is in Australia. I remember, I think, Charlotte, you have two babies, if I remember correctly. A little girl and a little boy. And I think you're fresh out. I think you're a few months postpartum, if I remember correctly. Um, Breeze World, hey mama. She says, wow, they grow up so fast. Yes. So for anybody tuning in, my son is currently 4 months or almost 4 months. My daughter is 4 years old and he's asleep right now. So I just put him in his crib and I'm trying to tap in with you guys while I can. Anna, I am so tired, girl. Listen. I went to the bathroom and I was like, let me try to at least comb my hair before I hop on this live real quick. But I am freaking exhausted, you guys. And please, 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 if you're a postpartum mom, if you guys have been on the lives before, I always try to shout out every single person that taps in. And I always try to read every single comment. So this is a place for us to connect. Y'all let me know what's going on. It's 10:30, 10:42 in Houston, Texas right now. If you're checking in from the East Coast, West Coast, if you're overseas, if you're in Australia, like Charlotte, like y'all tap in. We've had a lot of moms check in from Africa, different parts of Africa, South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria at different points in time. So we've had mamas check in from the UK. You guys let me know what y'all are feeling, what y'all are going through. Are you up right now with the baby? Are you feeding the baby? Are you feeling okay? What's your experience? Are you fresh out postpartum? Are you pregnant? Are you not postpartum? Are you a mom who is established? Are you just checking in because you're not pregnant and you kind of just want to get a feel for, what that life is like? So y'all tap in, let me know how y'all are doing. And as the comments build, you guys, I'm gonna read through everything. Y'all just bear with me. And real quick, before I go through these comments that we currently have, for anybody that's just tapping in, sometimes I'm lagging behind in the comments. So if you post something and it takes me a little while to get to it, it's again because I try to acknowledge every single comment. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the YouTube family first. Charlotte says, "Oh, hun, hugs. I feel you. As a solo parent myself, I'm currently potty training. Today is day one, literally, and I'm running out of patience dealing with both the toddler and the baby. Send help." Okay, so yes, Charlotte, I'm experiencing the same thing. My daughter is 4, and we're going through the whole potty training shenanigans and stuff like that. So I think my next step for her though is the diapers, not the diapers, the reusable underwear. So I want to try that. I really feel like that's going to help her transition out of the pull-ups. And y'all don't judge me. I know 4 may seem like a little bit older, but my daughter does have a little bit of a delay. So I don't put too much pressure on her. She does really well on the potty, but independent potty, she hasn't reached that just yet. But yes, Charlotte, it is a struggle to manage your toddler and potty training. And it's like being on the potty training schedule and getting the baby to the toilet while you still have the toddler is something that you have to have discipline for yourself with too, as far as making sure that you stick to the plan. Because obviously, your toddler isn't going to be like, oh, mom, yeah, I want to stop watching my show. Or I want to stop playing my game so that I can go potty. So it definitely puts a lot of pressure on the parent, 1000%. Zen, hey Zen, how are you? Thank you, Zen. Zen says Jesus loves you, praying for you. Thank you so much for the love and positivity. She says you look really nice. I think this is a she. I apologize if it's not. This isn't a coincidence that you popped up for me. Thank you so much for the loves, and Zen is sending some love here, and I really appreciate it. Cool Kid says, I had my baby last week. I was supposed to be induced Thursday, but he decided to come on Tuesday. Congratulations, Mama. Did you have? Oh, she had a little boy. She said he decided to come on Tuesday. So big shout out to Cool Kid who just had her baby. Is this your first child? And how are you feeling, honey? Um, Thank you so much for the positivity, Zen. Rom says, "Hey y'all, I could really use your prayers. What's going on with you, Rom?" Anna says, "Oh, hold on, Anna. I lost my place." Anna says, "Oh, I see watery eyes. It's okay to cry and let it out. It really helps. I've been there and still have those faces with 4 kids." So big shout out to Anna over there juggling her 4 babies. And I always like to shout out the moms who have 3+ children, whether it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or more. Like y'all are the real freaking MVPs, man. It's hard to juggle one child, to juggle 2 children. So big shout out to the moms out there that are juggling multiple kids like Anna, man. And thank you, Anna. I am exhausted, girl. Like I said, I'm kind of just hanging in. But again, I wanted to tap in with y'all. Thank you, Zen. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the positivity. So Rome says, I have 3 kids and I just got back from the casino in New York and I bet the mortgage. Shut up. No, you did not. That's hilarious. So I understand, man. Sometimes as a mom, it's difficult for you to kind of get out of the house and get some time to yourself. So huge shout out to the moms who have figured out the balance between managing yourself and managing your kids. It's so difficult, right? And it takes a lot of I think it takes a lot of experience with being a parent for you to kind of get to the point where you're like, you know what, I have to take care of you guys, but I have to take care of myself, whether that's going out with the girls, whether that's going out with your spouse, whether that's going to the casino, doing your walks, doing your gym, whatever you're doing to take care of you. So big shout out to you, Rome, for taking some time and going to have some fun. Tiff, hey mama. Big shout out to Tiff. So Tiff has been checking in on me, man. Tiff has a little girl and it's been rough, girl. I don't know if you're still here, but I've been struggling so bad and having a really rough few weeks. So thank you so much for your love and thank you for tapping in with me, man. I really appreciate you. So she's been the bomb.com. Nikisha says, I'm 1 month postpartum. Nikisha, how are you feeling, honey? She has a little blue heart, so I'm assuming she might have a little baby boy. Rome. Okay, Rome. Uh-oh. Sounds like you're in some trouble. Rome is actually, it looks like he's a dad here. Morgan says, I have a 6 month old and a 2.5 year old and working full time. Oh my gosh, the day never ends and I feel like I never do enough. Started praying for strength. I don't have support, just my husband. So, Morgan, big shout out to you, man, for juggling that because having that newborn baby, that 6 month old, and that 2.5 month old, we were just talking about. Charlotte was mentioning that she is potty training her toddler right now. So big shout out to you for juggling that. It's hard, man. It's hard. And especially if you don't have a support system, if you don't have your mom nearby, your grandmother, a sibling, a cousin, or if you don't have friends near you, sometimes it's not enough to just have your spouse. And even with your spouse, sometimes it's difficult to communicate your needs to your spouse. So I understand that completely, man. And it does feel like your day never ends. It's like I get up, I go to work, I come home, take care of the kids, try to get a little bit of sleep, wake up early in the morning and take care of the kids. So it definitely feels like this just never ending loop and cycle of ongoing duty and duty and duty and duty. And it's a lot, 1,000% a lot. Zen, thank you so much for the love. Cool Kid says definitely understandable. Um, uh, I have a four. Okay, Rome says I have a 4 month old too. I don't know how I'm going to afford food and rent this month. Listen, man, living in America these days or whatever country you're in America, like the cost of living is extremely high. It's absolutely insane. And I'm gonna tap in with the TikTok family, y'all. Thank you for your patience. I just wanted to get through some of the YouTube comments. So, but yeah, man, it's very scary when you're transitioning, when you have multiple children or just one child and you're going from taking care of yourself and now you have to pay for childcare, you have to pay for formula, you have to buy clothes, you have to buy wipes and diapers. It's extremely expensive and not everybody qualifies for government assistance. Like government assistance is very particular and you have to meet a certain, you have to fit right inside of their bracket or you simply don't qualify. So the cost of living when you have a child is insane. Zen, thank you for the love. Odalia says, I'm in Houston too, 8 months postpartum. Hi, mama. How are you? How are you doing? And how's baby doing? So she's on the same time frame that I am. So big shout out to Odalia. Cool Cat says, yes, I'm up and feeding and latching hurts. And that's something that I think a lot of us experience when we're breastfeeding our children is the pain that comes with latching. And I think that that's something that we don't anticipate. Like nobody goes into, or at least in my experience, I don't know, that I've heard very many moms say I went into, or while I was pregnant, I was anticipating the pain that's associated with breastfeeding. A lot of times we look at it as something that is um, just about bonding and being close to your baby and having that connection. But it can be extremely painful while your body is still in those first few weeks of adjusting, the first 2 to 3 weeks. Every single time my son would latch on and clamp down, I would wince and have to brace myself every single friggin' time because it's extremely painful. So shout out to Cool Kid, man. She's still dealing with the um the transitioning period until your body gets accustomed to it and then you don't have to deal with that kind of pain. Morgan says same here. Treat Botanical says checking in from Jamaica. Love that. Checking in from Jamaica, praying for your strength. Sadly, my baby passed away 2 days after birth. He was so big and handsome. It has been hard for me, my first child. So sending love and positivities to treat you botanical, man. That's so difficult, and I think that it's a very vulnerable thing to share with someone, especially publicly or privately or whomever. It's very difficult for people to really understand the impact that it has on a person to carry a child full term or even part of the way and then birth that baby and lose that baby. So sending love to you in Jamaica, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's a very difficult thing to go through, and I really hope that you have the support system and the love that you need to carry you through that transition. I'm glad that it seemed I'm guessing you're okay physically, but sending you love and positivity and emotional strength, man. So if you're able, if you have the resources to get maybe talk to a therapist or something like that. I know that can be very difficult to navigate. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that that happened to you and to any mom that may be experiencing something like that, whether you're having a stillbirth or your baby is dying soon after birth. We have so many moms here that check in and share just there's like a spectrum of experiences when it comes to childbirth and the different tragedies that can happen. So I really hate to hear that happen to you, honey. And I'm sending you again love and positivity. And I hope you're okay or as best as you can be given the circumstances. Little Zen Space says, I'm exhausted and I have a 12 and a 15-year-old. The exhaustion is not limited to us postpartum moms, man. Motherhood or being a parent, sometimes we have dads check in here. Being a parent, period, is extremely difficult, man. It's time consuming, it's energy consuming, it's financially, it's just a lot of burden and balancing it all, like balancing being a person who can manage raising a person and handling the financial part of keeping a roof over their heads and making sure that they're fed. So big shout out to Little Zen Space who has a 12 and a 15-year-old. Morgan says this is free therapy. I hope so, man. I hope that we're able to kind of come in here and check in with each other and share our experiences because a lot of us feel alone. Like a lot of us feel, and you don't even have to be a postpartum mother or someone who is experiencing pregnancy. A lot of us feel alone in parenting. And I think that that's kind of how the system is set up, especially in the States. You're kind of isolated unless you not everybody, y'all. That's it's not a blanket statement, but it's very common for people to feel alone. Tiff, thank you, honey. Thank you for the love. Tiff says, still here and continually praying for you. Thank you so much, man. Tiff is thebomb.com, and I really appreciate you and your love and you checking in. Charlotte, so I'm going to read Charlotte's comment and then I'm going to check in with the TikTok family. I haven't read anything on TikTok yet, and I apologize. So just one more YouTube, and then I'm checking in with you guys. So thank you for your patience. Charlotte says, I think I'm low key regretting doing this potty training right now. The toddler woke us up really early and I'm hungry, but he seems ready. We've had some accidents, but we're going to keep going at it. So again, big shout out to Charlotte for anybody who's just tuning in. Charlotte is in Australia. She has a 6 month old and she has a toddler who she is, excuse me, currently potty training. and she's just started party training. So if we have any parents in here who want to kind of check in and give any tips or tricks to Charlotte, I'm happy to read those out to her. What I recommended is that maybe she transition him into those absorbent cotton kind of potty underwear, so that he's not in the pull up that they're accustomed to, because the pull up feels like a diaper. But I would say, I know it's hard, especially I'm experiencing it too as well. And I think the most difficult part, again, for anyone who's just checking in, is staying consistent with them, because the baby's not going to be consistent. Sometimes they're going to want to go, sometimes they're not going to want to go. And then again, Charlotte mentioned that she's hungry. So it's just like you're trying to balance your needs, the baby's needs, the kids' needs, the toddler's needs, your husband's needs. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. So y'all tap in, and let's give Charlotte some support and some tips and tricks on potty training. Okay. So let's read some of these YouTube family. Or where am I? No, this is YouTube. This is TikTok. Okay. So I already tapped in with Hot Gal. Yaya says, I'm 4 months postpartum, just found out I'm pregnant again. Congratulations. Oh my God. That's beautiful, man. And you know what's beautiful is because I think, you're 4 months postpartum and it's scary, right? You're like, damn, I just had my baby. I'm just transitioning and I'm pregnant again. But I think it's beautiful. I think that it's beautiful that your body is working the way that it's supposed to, and it's you're fertile. I mean, I don't know if that's an offensive word to use, but it's just like your body is so capable and ready to bring life into the world. So I think that's amazing. Congratulations to Yaya. Crochet, thank you for the love. Kendra, if you're in here, it looks like y'all are in here. I'm not sure what these, I'm trying to understand what TikTok is saying. Silent Night says, where did you get your frames? These are Sophia Vergara's. Hold on, he's crying. Let me see if he'll self soothe. One second. I just can't get a damn, like, I can't get a minute. I put him in his crib on purpose. He's TikTok, y'all can't hear him. I have the setting to quiet out any outside noise, but YouTube can probably hear him in the background. I think he's okay. He calmed down. So Silent Night, these are again Sophia Vergara from just America's Best, nothing fancy. Hi Nina, welcome in. Honey Baby, Patricia Dunton. Trill says keep going. Thank you so much, Trill. Darkberry, welcome in. Keisha or Keish has joined. Bree, hey Bree, Honey Baby. Honey Baby says me. Oh my God. Ema, thank you so much for the follow, honey. Frames, welcome in. Honey Baby, thank you for the follow. Live your best life says facts. I feel you. Hey, welcome in, Mama. Pink Ranger says nope. And I'm a little bit out of I don't know what part of the conversation you guys were tapping in, so I apologize if I'm not giving more context on your comment. Hold on, honey baby, facts of life, Pink Ranger. Mama Esther, welcome, babe. Welcome back. Mama Esther, she says, my kid is 14 months and I still feel like I'm recovering from the postpartum. So, what I will say, even at 14 months, depending on who you ask, different sources say that postpartum can take, at 6 months to a year for the average person, but then for some people it can take over a year. So, what I have learned for myself, even in the last month or so, it's just you don't know what to expect. You can't predict what's going to happen with your body. You can't predict what's going to happen with you mentally, emotionally. So for 14 months and still recovering, like I'm not even surprised to hear that, man. It's just it's so much, right? It's so much to transition through. There's so much that you're adjusting to just get back to your normal life, and having a baby impacts your life so much, and sometimes it takes you a little while to realize that and recognize that. So shout out to Mama Esther. User 1935 says, I just had my second born on the 10th. So, congratulations to you, user 1935. I hope you and baby are doing well. Live Your Best Life says, I'm 5 months postpartum, taking it one day at a time. Can't shake this tiredness constantly. Absolutely 1000%. I think that's across the board. Every mother experiences the exhaustion. Like, that is the realest thing, the sleep deprivation. I mean, I don't think anybody can deny that. So, big shout out to Live Your Best Life, who's currently dealing with that exhaustion. User 1935 says, I'm okay but nervous. I think I'm gonna go in for a magnesium drip, unfortunately. Well, I'm glad that you're taking care of yourself and that you're being responsible and going to the doctor, because some parents or some moms will experience things after they have the baby or while they're pregnant, and it won't even occur to them to, like, you know what, let me go in and make sure I'm okay. So big shout out to you for being responsible and taking care of yourself, because ultimately you're the one who's taking care of baby, right? So you have to be okay. She says, this is my second time. What does a magnesium drip do? Uplifted Beauty says, I'm 3 months postpartum, first baby. I don't know what I feel at times. I'm tired, solo parenting. So shout out to Uplifted Beauty. Yes, it's hard, man. It's like you don't know. Sometimes it does feel like everything is kind of, hold on, he's crying. Y'all, this is one of them nights where I'm gonna have to end the live early if he's going off, because I just don't have the capacity. 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, baby is okay. Sorry about that. He's okay. He kind of just turned over and I had a potty break too. So back to Uplifted Beauty. Yes. She says, I don't know what I feel at times. And I love that you brought that up, because a lot of us, I think, feel pressure when you have a baby. It's like I'm supposed to be feeling full of love and full of like admiration of my little one, but it's like I am in survival mode. I am trying to survive, not sleeping, going through figuring out how to feed my baby. And if you're solo parenting, I think that it's lost on a lot of people who don't have to experience it, what it's like to solo parent a child. And I myself, I can't even attest to that, how difficult it is to solo parent. And while my husband is not here 90% of the time, I can still call and say, hey, I'm not okay. And if you're a solo parent and you don't have that little bit of leadway, even that makes a huge difference. So big shout out to the moms or the dads. Like, there are dads out here that are also solo parenting. And imagine if you, as a woman who births a child, if you're having a hard time figuring out how to navigate that, how difficult it is for the dads, and they damn sure don't get no support because a lot of them don't even speak up, right? We don't even know about them. So again, congratulations to you for, your first baby. And it's very hard, and I hope that you're okay, and I hope that you have either siblings or your mom or your grandmother or somebody who's close enough to allow you to maybe get a good 3 4 hours of sleep. Even I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it makes a huge difference having that little block of chunk of time that you can just rest. And I hope that there's someone in your life that can provide that for you, man. So big, sending you lots of love and positivity. Rosanna, thank you for the love, honey. User 1935 says, I have Irish twins under two. Pray for me. Newborn and a 15-month toddler. Wow. Okay. So we have two babies under two, a newborn, and a 15-month-old toddler. So we have four kids over there. All of them seem to be under 2 years old. That is absolutely insane. And I really hope that you have a strong support system, because that's overload. I mean, I don't think it's realistic to expect any human being to be able to handle four children under the age of two at all, period. That's I mean, the diaper changing, the bottle feedings, the you even being able to get food in your system or even get a bathroom break is absolutely insane. So I really hope that you have a strong support system or childcare or something because I don't know that that's even, look, he's crying again. I don't even know that that's doable. I'm letting him kind of figure it out because he just ate and laid down. So I know he's not hungry. And I don't want to get up every single time he screeches. Okay, he's quieted. So big shout out to user 1935. Uplifted Beauty says, my husband works full time, so I'm home all day and I work part time as a stylist after 8 weeks. Yeah, man, like having a spouse that works full time and you're at home dealing with the baby all the time. I saw a post somewhere that someone something came up and it was just like men or people think that maternity leave is vacation, and it's not. It's absolutely not. You know, you're going through something where your body is healing. Oh my god, my son is crying, y'all. But it's absolutely not a vacation. You know, your body is healing, your baby is needy, you're not sleeping, your needs are all over, but you don't even know what you need half the time. You don't know what you're feeling. You don't know what baby is feeling. You're trying to figure out baby. You're trying to figure out this new schedule. So I'm glad that I'm glad that you do have that support, though. I'm glad that he's with you, and I know that it's difficult juggling, and it's difficult to be the one who's with the baby all day, and it's difficult sometimes to get your spouse to understand like the the gravity or how difficult it is to really be with an 8 week old baby or a 4 week old baby all day. Like it's not just napping and not doing anything. It's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. But I'm happy to hear that you have someone to share that with and you're not alone. User 1935 says, I didn't make it to the hospital this time around. I gave birth next to my firstborn. Oh my God. You know, you guys, the birthing experiences are absolutely insane. That is insane. I hope that your firstborn is okay and that they're not feeling traumatized at all by the experience. But it's so unpredictable when you go into labor. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what the baby's going to do. You don't know what your body is going to do. So, big shout out to you for going into that spontaneous labor and handling it. Honey Baby says she has two under two over here and she sent a crying faced emoji. It's hard having, you know what, having two kids, that's literally that's two babies, you guys. It's like having twins, you know what I mean? Like both the twins and again, I always love to shout out the moms who have twins because that turns you into a different kind of person. Like you develop all of these skills that you wouldn't even think to be capable of managing two small babies in your arms at one time, feeding them simultaneously. Like that's absolutely insane. And that's very similar, I would imagine, to what you're experiencing when you have two children under 2 years old. You have a newborn and a 1 year old, essentially a newborn and a 1 year old, and they require very similar types of attention, bottle feeding, changing, and that's very difficult. So big shout out to Honey Baby for managing that. Yes, user 1935 says to Honey Baby, me too. We are doing amazing though. Absolutely, man. Big shout out to the moms out here juggling these young babies all at once. It's not a small thing. It's not a small thing. And I don't think that the moms that are here handling a newborn and a toddler are getting the accolades or they're getting the praise that they should because it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. Honey Baby says, trying to manage myself, my kids, and a business is so difficult. I don't sleep at all. 1000%. 1000. It's hard enough to just manage yourself as a human being. Throw kids into it and a business and sleep deprivation. I mean, absolutely insane that you're handling that. So big shout out to Honey Baby, man. That's not a small thing. Brittany K, hey Brittany K. Jen, hi Jen. Brittany K says, been trying to find your page. I'm so sorry, man. I've really kind of been I've fallen off of my posting schedule. I was telling everyone earlier that I've been absolutely exhausted and slammed with life. So thank you so much for checking in, man. I'm glad you're here with us tonight. Anika says, this system is not created for us. Hold on, y'all. He's crying. I'm just gonna make him a bottle and put him on the sofa while I talk to you guys because he is making his little cry noises and I don't know how serious it is. So y'all bear with me if you can hear my voice. I'll be right back. I'm making a bottle. Give me 1 second, you guys. On my way back. I don't know if he wants me to go pick him up or if he's kind of trying to figure out what he's feeling himself. But back to Anika, she says this system is not created for us, especially a lot of moms will check in from different countries and kind of share their experience and let us know like, hey, we get so many months maternity leave. Some people, I think, like in the UK, they get up to 12 months maternity leave. But I agree with you 100%. Like the American system, it's hard, man. You know, you'll have moms check in and say they got 2 weeks, or there's like a new thing in Georgia. We've had some moms check in the state of Georgia saying that they're able to go back to work at 4 weeks. Like they can check their babies into daycare at 4 weeks. I checked my son in at 6 weeks, but 4 weeks old, that's heartbreaking. I mean, and the emotional damage, like the psychological damage that it's doing to you as a parent, as a person, to have to detach from your baby. It's sad. It's so sad. And you'll have some people kind of hop on here and say, you know, that our country and I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, Papa. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Sorry, you guys. Okay, he has his bottle. He's okay. But yeah, man, going back to work or getting back to life or whatever it is and having like the minimal amount of time to recover, to bond, to it's a lot. So I agree with you 100%, Anika. Honey Baby says to user 1935, yes, we are. Mine are 17 months apart. I had a VBAC with my second. So I think VBAC is after you have a C-section first, and then VBAC is when you have a vaginal birth after your first or after your previous delivery was C-section. And that's another thing, you know what I mean? Like the birthing experience is like moms having C-sections and then the vaginal delivery, having the experience and what that does to you emotionally, physically, and emotionally, and how you recover from those experiences. So there's so much tied into what we endure and what we go through this phase in our lives. Brittany says, I'm 2 weeks postpartum. Wow. So you are fresh out. How are you feeling, man? Like, what's going on with you? How's baby doing? How's your body doing? Angela, thank you for the left. Brittany says it hurts like a MF. It absolutely does. 1000%, man. 1000%. Did you do vaginal or C-section if that's not too personal? User 19 says to Honey Baby, congrats, mama. Mines are 15 months and a week. Wow. 15 months and a week is insane. Brittany K says, yes, I scream. 15 months is close. So Honey Baby says 15 months is close. Yeah, it's hard, man. You know, you have a 1 year old and a newborn, essentially, ladies. So you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right that she's strong. And both of you ladies are so strong, man. So Brittany K is sending love. And Kendra is saying sorry for your loss. So this is to um botanical treat botanical who mentioned that in Jamaica that mentioned that she had lost her baby recently. So Kendra says sorry for your loss. Thank you so much, Kendra. Okay, I'm gonna pause here on TikTok, you guys, and just check in with the YouTube family and read through these comments. I'm going to give it maybe another 5 minutes, you guys. Again, I am exhausted. For anybody who's just joining in, real quick, I just want to take a second. I usually try to tap in with you guys so we can talk about what you're experiencing postpartum. We talk about everything from breast pumps to birthing experiences. Moms kind of come in and check in and share what they're experiencing with their children. We have some moms tonight checking in about potty training while juggling their infant, and then we have some moms checking in about managing two infants, having a newborn and having a child, two multiple children under 2 years old. So and I try to read everybody's comments, and but I am hanging on by a thread, so I'm not going to be here very much longer. And allow me to apologize in advance if I missed your comment tonight. Okay. um Mama K says, "Hey mom, hey Mama K." Cool Kid says, "Yes, exhausted, energy waking up to feed. I think one day I was up for 24 hours straight. I went back to work, just not sure how. Today he wanted to eat every hour." So absolutely, man, these babies, especially if you're breastfeeding and you're breastfeeding on demand, it's hard to keep the kids on a schedule, and the exhaustion is insane. And 24 hours without no sleep, like that's a lot. That's too much. So if you're somebody who is experiencing those extremes of not getting sleep, you have to at least try to take a nap, man, even if it's for an hour and a half, like somewhere you have to squeeze, you have to find a way to squeeze in sleeping. And it may not be beautiful, it may not be picture worthy the way that you take your nap, but you have to find a way to get some kind of rest in your system because you need to make sure that you're okay up here. And sleep deprivation and exhaustion, I mean, those things will tip you over the edge, especially when you have a small child, a small crying, screeching, demanding child, in addition to whatever other responsibilities you have outside of your baby that you're working, or your spouse, or if you have other children. So 24 hours without sleep is absolutely not okay. And I hope that somebody can step in so that you can get some sleep, Cool Kid, because that's too much. Charlotte says, "I'm so thankful to be in Australia. I understand it's really tough out there. We're lucky the government takes care of parents if your work doesn't give you parental leave pay." So shout out to countries like Australia, the UK. As I mentioned before, we had some moms check in from different countries in Africa that they get a lot of support postpartum, anywhere from 6 months to a year. Every country is different, but I love that you guys have that kind of support from your government. I think that's beautiful, and I'm happy for you, Charlotte, in that way. Mama K says, "Yes, me too." BS says, "Is your name Arabic?" It's actually Hebrew. Mama K says, "4 years old and 7 month old." She has a 4 year old and a 7 month old. And oh, yeah, exhaustion is just who I am right now. Absolutely, man. And it's not, and I want to take a second right now to say, if nobody's telling you in your life, man, like, it's real. The exhaustion is absolutely 1000% real. And it's so difficult to get somebody to understand that's not experiencing it, or who has not experienced it. And even people, you'll have women who have experienced going through postpartum, and having the exhaustion. And because they're not in that phase anymore, some of them aren't even able to kind of register what you're experiencing right now, because they've tucked that memory away, or done away with that part of their life. So when you're in the thick of it, the exhaustion is insane. The sleep deprivation is brutal, 1000%. So I want to emphasize that tonight, biased as I am about it right now because I'm going through it, but I want you guys to know that if there's moms, like Mama K just said, her exhaustion is, she said, it is who I am right now. And you can lose your identity inside of going through this postpartum, whether it's temporarily or however long it lasts, because you're like, I'm just trying to survive. I'm just trying to get up, get these kids washed, fed, out the door, in the door, whatever the case is. Like, you can lose so much of yourself just trying to survive the exhaustion and the sleep deprivation. And I just want to emphasize how that's not a small thing. So shout out to Mama K. Sanai, hi Sanai. Thank you so much for the love. Sanai says, hi, beautiful. Charlotte says, thoughts and prayers for the mama who had a loss. So, yes, big shout out to Treat Botanicals, man. A lot of love from the chat for her for losing her baby. For anybody who's just tapping in, she lost her baby 2 days after her baby boy was born. So, sending lots of love to Jamaica for Treat Botanical, man. That's terrible. Heather, thank you so much for the love, mom. She says, thank you so much, Heather. That's Heather Pooh for your kind words. Charlotte says, all good, lovely. You take care of yourself and your kids. Sanai says, thank God. Solo parenting is not for the weak. 1000%, man. Big shout out to the solo parents out there, man. It's certainly not for the weak. I agree with you 1000% on that. Mama K, thank you for the love. She says, we'll be here if you need to go. Sanai says, isn't it sad that we have to explain it to the world and the people around us? 1000%, man. It's sad and it's frustrating and it makes you feel alone. It makes you feel like there's something wrong with me for being exhausted. There's something wrong with me for recognizing that I'm juggling a lot. It's sad that you have to defend a very real and very natural experience, something that in the past, you'll have people check in and say, like, hey, like in the past, when a woman had her child, she would have the support of her mother or her mother in law or grandmothers or whoever. There would be so many people around her that she could depend on because it's not a small thing to have a child. But now, in the present day 2026, we are so absolutely 1000% desensitized to what is happening for these mothers when they have, or for us mothers, when babies are born, man. Like, I mean, when my son was born, I was so grateful one night. I was able to tell the nurse, like, hey, can you take him to the nursery for 2 hours so that I can sleep? Imagine having that kind of support in your household for the first 2 to 3 months. Like, hey, can you just go sit with the baby, he or she, for 2 hours so that I can sleep? You have a mom on here who hasn't slept in 24 hours. And the world still expects her to show up like she's okay. So, oh my God. Charlotte says solo parenting is just full on doing it for a second time, and I've learned it's okay to hire help. I'm glad I can afford it, and nothing centering like walking into a clean house and lawns done. So big shout out to Charlotte, man. Like if you have the financial ability to hire help to clean your house, to get your laundry done, to get your lawn taken care of, absolutely 1000%. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's no shame in that. Like you know how difficult it is to manage a screeching baby and a toddler and your job and day to day and errands and feeding and grocery shopping and bathing yourself and dressing the kids. So if you're someone who's able to afford housekeeping, absolutely, I love that for you. I love that for you because that's survival. It's not even a luxury. It's survival. You know what I mean? That's a form of surviving the situation that you're in. So big shout out to Charlotte, man. And I'm really happy that you have that. Mama K says, no need to apologize, sis. We all get it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Morgan says, I got 4 months. My husband got 6 months. That's beautiful, man. I'm glad your husband got 6 months, but it's insane that the birthing mother doesn't get as much time as the father. I don't know how y'all work that out, but I'm glad that at least maybe he could take some of the burden off of you. And if he's got that amount of time, that between 4 to 6 months when you're going through that, that you're able to at least sleep through the night so he can, take care of baby and you can get a little bit of a break. Okay. So I'm gonna read two more comments here on YouTube and then check in with the TikTok family, and then I'm out, you guys. I am like a shriveled up prune at this point in time in life. Sanai says help is expensive here in the US. It is absolutely 1000%. So if it's something that you can afford, I love that for the moms that can afford help, whether it's the housekeeper or if you have a nanny or if you have whatever the case is. But that's true, man. Like handling things when you don't have the finances to get help, when you don't have the finances to afford little luxuries, that just adds on to an already difficult situation. So we got two opposite ends of the spectrum here. So thank you so much, Sanai, for saying that. All right, so my last comment, wait, Sanai, hold on, let me read Sanai's comment, will be my last comment. But Araceli says, parenting is hard, but the days are long and the years are short. Motherhood is a beautiful season. So thank you so much, man. I love that you brought us to that put that perspective into the chat. It's like, yeah, the days are long, and sometimes that's something that we have to check into as well. It's like my baby's only gonna be this small for a short amount of time. And while it feels overwhelming, it feels like, oh my God, my life is so unmanageable. It is good to kind of be able to check in every now and again and be like, you know what, baby's only going to be baby for less than a year. Let me appreciate those moments. As how do I say your name? Araceli Kona has mentioned, the years are short and they do go by fast. So thank you so much for putting that on us. Sanaa Ali says, I am a mom of 4 months old, and it is for now feeling like a never ending exhaustion. So again, just, another mom tapping in on the exhaustion. So sending lots and lots and lots and mounds of love and positivity to the moms out there that are juggling the sleep deprivation, the exhaustion, the crying baby, the needy toddler, the communication between your spouse, the not having help, the financial difficulty of it all. Like it's so much to balance. So big shout out to Sana. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna pause here on what is this? YouTube, and then just check in real quick on TikTok. So my last comment was from Kendra. Kendra had shouted out Treat About Botanical, saying sorry for your loss. So again, thank you so much, Kendra, for those kind words. User 1935 says to Honey Baby, I'm trying my best. Lost my place in the chat like I always do. I gotta scroll. Ashley, thank you for the love. Ashley says, mine's is 8 months and 3 on Tuesday. Oh my gosh. So Ashley, so you said 8 months and 3 on Tuesday. So you have an 8 month old and a 3 year old. Am I reading that correctly? Big shout out to Ashley, another mom balancing two under two, man. Giovanna, thank you for the love. Ashley says, yep, just leave them in their big boy undies. It's number two. That's a little harder, but they will get it. So yes, so to tap back in with Charlotte on YouTube, Ashley from TikTok says to put them in their big boy undies to encourage that potty training. So thank you so much, Ashley. Brittany K says, took me 2 years to recover from my first. We were talking earlier about, we had a mom who checked in saying that she was 4 months postpartum, and she was still going through the postpartum phases. So Brittany says it took her 2 years to recover from her first, and every experience is going to be different, you guys. And sometimes it's hard for us because we box ourselves into the expectation of what postpartum is supposed to feel like for us as individuals based on whatever information is being pushed out to the masses. So thank you so much for sharing your experience, Brittany, that it took you 2 years. We have a mom out here that it took 14 months. And ladies, everybody, it's going to be different. So let's normalize not boxing ourselves into what postpartum recovery looks like. Brittany says it might take me 3 with this one. All I can say is take it slow. I love that. I absolutely agree with that. Ivory K, thank you for the follow and thank you for the love. Brittany says, I had my second on the third, exhaustion. Oh, okay. So Brittany has an 8 month old, and she just had her newest baby on the third. Congratulations, mama, on your second baby. But she's exhausted. She's absolutely exhausted. So sending you love and positivity, Brittany K. Julie J, thank you for the love. She says, Julie J just had my baby 4 weeks now. The body fatigue. Man, when I'm telling y'all, this fatigue, exhaustion, sleep deprivation is a recurring theme, man. So the moms are out here experiencing it. Sending Julie J some love. Angela, thank you for the follow. Ivory K, she says, bring your blood pressure down. I'm preeclamptic. So we have a mom in here who is experiencing preeclampsia, and if I'm not mistaken, as you mentioned, it does have to do with your blood pressure. So if somebody a little bit more enlightened, but I think preeclampsia puts you at higher risk for like emergency C-section and situations like that. So Ivory, let us know what your situation is. Are you okay? And how you're doing. Queen Nay says, "How do you, my name is pronounced Naimia. Thank you for being with us, Queen Nay. Perpy, thank you for the share. Honey Baby says, I'm currently pumping and sitting next to my sleeping 3 month old on the couch, man. And it's like when you're breastfeeding and pumping, it's really hard to get those moments to yourself because it's like, even when baby is sleeping, it's like, okay, what's the next thing that I need to do in this time that I have while baby is sleeping? Am I breastfeeding? Am I cleaning the bottles? Am I doing laundry? There's just a lot to juggle. So big shout out to Honey Baby getting her pumping done, man. All right, y'all. I'm almost caught up. I don't even know if I'm caught up, y'all. I'm sorry. Brittany says, I nap when baby naps. Absolutely. Honey Baby says, I celebrate when I'm able to get 2 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Oh my God. Can I have 2 hours? Absolutely. Do we have any other moms on here that are praying for the 2 hour window of sleep? Jesus Christ. It's crazy that we're grateful for that. Like getting 2 hours of sleep is insane. And that's what it is. That's so real. Brittany K says, I don't care what's happening in the world. I'm gonna get sleep when baby sleeps. And I love that for you because a lot of us aren't able to program ourselves to get sleep when baby gets sleep. It's so easy to say sleep when the baby sleeps, but it's harder to actually put it into practice. So I love that you're able to do that, Brittany. Big shout out to you. Dorothy, thank you for the share. One of a kind. Thank you for the love. Um, all right, y'all. I think I'm pretty much caught up on YouTube. I know I'm missing. So let me see if we have any. I never got help from my mom with my newborns. Morgan, sending Morgan some love, man. You know, a lot of us do not get the support that we need from our immediate family. So sending you a lot of love, Morgan, for being able to navigate that on your own. That's a really hard thing to go through. And last person is Shanika. Shanika gonna be, she says, I'm a mom of two daughters. Both my daughters was by C-section. So big shout out to Shanika, man. A C-section is not an easy thing to experience. And we've talked about this in other lives. The recovery period is insane. And then having to take care of, in your case, you would have had your newborn and your daughter, your firstborn daughter, having to figure out how to manage that. So big shout out to Shanika. I'm your baby. Thank you so much for joining. She said, I love the breastfeeding journey simply because you can feed them through the night. And yes, that is the one perk to breastfeeding is like just a roll over and feed them. There's no getting up. There's no go wash the bottles. There's no formula prep. So 1000% agree with you there. I'm your baby. She says, see, I love the newborn stage, but they wait until they finally lay down and are exhausted. Yeah, man. It's like as soon as you're at your wit's end, the baby needs something, right? Having a funny husband post C-section is not for the weak. So Honey Baby says, because you can't laugh. You can't laugh because of your stitches. So Honey Baby has a husband over there that's trying to make her laugh. And she's like, you can't cough, you can't laugh, you can't do a lot of things. So but I'm glad that he's able to put a smile on your face. I am simply amazing. And Daisy, thank you guys for joining us. And I'm gonna read this last comment and then I gotta go, you guys. Honey Baby, what, no, I'm your baby says as soon as they hear us rub our feet together, it's a wrap, but it goes so fast. So I love that. Dang, I wish you had joined in a little bit sooner. We need this humor. So I'm your baby. Thank you so much for the laughs, man. She's like, as soon as you rub your feet together, the babies, they know they're alert and they're ready to call on you and let you know that they need something, man. So but I appreciate you guys, man. Again, shout out to Shanika Gonna Be. She says, but her babies are grown now. And thank you for the love, Shanika. Who is this? Nabin says, my wife just gave birth. She has high blood pressure. Does it go away? I think it does. Naveen, I think that is the preeclampsia that we were talking about. I do believe that they recover from that, but I'm not an expert on it. I apologize. Um, but if you tune in next time and ask, we can definitely check in with some of the moms to see what the feedback is on high blood pressure during pregnancy and delivery and whether or not that goes away. Okay. All right, y'all. Lolly M, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And thank y'all for checking in and tuning in, sharing your experiences, sharing what y'all are going through, and being vulnerable. Shout out again to our mom in Jamaica who lost her baby, and shout out all to all of you guys, man. Anna Diaz, thank you so much for the love. Charlotte checking in from Australia. Daisy, I'm your baby. All you guys, thank you so much for checking in. And Tamila, I don't know if you're gonna see this. Tamila had checked in. Big shout out to her, man. Traveling Tootie, all of you guys. All right. Y'all have a good night. Hopefully, I will see y'all very soon. I don't know that I will, but hopefully. All right. See y'all next time.